6,340 pounds. This is a Cherokee 264U, as in giant sort of U party bench in the main super slide here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. One owner, part kept. It's got maybe 600 miles on it in total. They bought it here, took it to South Haven, Michigan, where it was kept until they brought it back here, until, you know, they bought a little bit newer, a little bit nicer camper today. This, however, a couple good things. First, the original hitching, the Anderson weight distribution and anti-sway hitch that the folks bought when they bought this is included, because they've also upgraded their hitching. However, they were pet owners and they were smokers, and you can tell that when you step inside the camper. And I know that there are some people who are very sensitive to things like that, and I prefer you know before you show up. We try to take things like that into account when we price RVs. But either way, it's something you deserve to know about, and once again, they have not yet invented smell-o-vision, so it's not something you'd be able to easily detect had I not pointed it out. Quick look with the slide closed reveals that this one is very easily travel accessible, and the walk-through bathroom means you can get up there to that bedroom as well. And what's also kind of cool is they left enough room behind the slide out here that you don't really have to like wrestle with the chairs. You can just close the slide and be done with it. Overall, the trailer could use a decent little dusting off. But short of that, it's not beat up. You can just tell that they were smokers, and if you look around, you'll find a little pet hair here and there. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, normally, in a perfect world, before we ever sold an RV like this, we would go through and we'd do a really heavy cleaning on it. And that is absolutely the way I would prefer to present any piece of inventory, naturally, of course. However, due to our incredibly high volume right now, the wash bay, we have dedicated staff who do nothing but wash campers when they're sold or when they come in on trade. They cannot keep up with the stuff that we're selling new, let alone used RVs. So we said, well, maybe if we knock the price down a couple $100, the folks will understand, and then they won't mind quite so much. So that's the reality of the situation. I'd rather you have good expectations when you show up to Haylet RV. I don't like to ever sell something under false pretense, because on a glance in this video, you're going to look at it and go, oh man, it's spotless, it's clean, it's shiny. And if you see it in person, there's a little sand here and there and a little pet hair here and there. It's not the end of the world stuff, but you deserve to know about it so that you're not, you know, experiencing culture shock when you get here. Now, this is an older generation of Cherokee travel trailer as compared to what you see today. One of the main significant differences here, guys, is that this has a 7-foot tall ceiling. J-Flights are normally among taller RVs with a 6'9" inside, but these are 7 foot from floor to ceiling panel, and that really opens this thing up right here, and it gives this camper such a nice big feel. Now, another thing they did here is really good countertop space, and a taller ceiling also allows for more cabinet space, as you can see when we open up these overhead cabinets. Extra overhead cabinet space, extra counter space, extra drawers, easy reach outlets in this kitchen. So this is a rear living room with a pretty dang respectable kitchen arrangement right here. Now your two chairs in the back are free-floating swivel rockers. You've got a handy little flip-up stand in the back. So if you do want to like sit down a drink or a dinner plate or something, you got a handy spot for that. And again, there are outlets everywhere here. So things like phone chargers are simple and easy. Now this is the U part of the 264U. At the time this was built is when brands like Open Range were really starting to gain some traction. You know, being an Open Range dealer here at Haylet RV, that's something I'm kind of in tune with. Well, something Open Range does is they have, instead of like a sofa and a dinette super slide, they have this one giant sort of party lounge that you can convert into different things. Now, there is a removable table here, as you can see. That table can simply, those pedestals can be removed, and you can pop that out. So you do have a spot to sit down and, you know, have a little meal together. But short of that, if we take off the cushions and open up the bench ends, what you can see is that there's just full, unadulterated storage underneath this thing. It's absolutely enormous. There's big, heavy-duty plywood bases under those really thick, heavy-duty cushions. I mean, this is truly a party couch. You can have a lot of people over here. Now, your window shades in this are a little bit of a mixed bag. And in a way that kind of is going to be off-putting to some people, because there's a pleated shade here, a wooden blind there, a roller shade there, and you're thinking, why is that? Well, originally, the pleated shades are all factory. The wooden blinds in the slide-out were factory. It looks like maybe at some point they had some sort of problem with some of the wooden blinds. I'm not sure. So what they did is they came through and they replaced them with the roller shades. What's nice is if they ever encountered something, these folks addressed it. They didn't let it sit there and be a problem. Now, obviously, these windows can open for ventilation. Like, that thing's going to give you some insane ventilation there. It looks like the folks did have a TV in this at one point when this was new. I don't believe there was a TV in it, but it does have a DVD stereo down there if you are so inclined. The faucet here is a sprayer type faucet, and I do like that additional USB plug here in the kitchen by that cross breeze window. I also like that nice corner spice rack right there. That's a handy little thing. Central air in the ceiling, central heat in the floor. 7 foot tall means you're going to have to be a power forward in the NBA to worry about hitting your head in here. Another thing that this has going on for it, which is nice, is a big sink and extra large medicine cabinet here in the bathroom area. That is huge and it is deep, so you can actually keep big stuff in there. Bigger max air vent fan here in the bathroom is another thing Cherokee's done for many, many years to give you that extra airflow through the camper. And a very generous linen cabinet above the toilet here in the walk-through bath area. Now, you do have dual entry doors, so if someone's in the bathroom and you really need to get around to the bedroom, you can. This is the mattress from the brand new Jayco Whitehawk that the folks purchased today. They had upgraded to a very nice residential mattress. They wanted to keep their bed, so we said, no sweat, we'll swap you out mattresses. So this has a brand new, as the phrase goes, in the wrapper, never before touched, never used 80-inch residential queen length bed from a Jayco Ultralight here at Haylitz. Now, you've got full-length hanging closet, but what's kind of cool is you have shelves behind them, which is different, but it actually makes a lot of sense because then you can't accidentally knock stuff off the shelf. It's kind of like a little, I don't know, bucket, if you will. The folks did add a TV to their bedroom at one point. What's nice is they left the TV mount here for you. They added that little shelf up there for like a DVD player or something like that. And short of that, I think we're pretty much ready to step outside. What do you say? Out here, she looks pretty good, actually. The skin still gleams nice. The decals are not peeled or faded. The double entry door makes whether you're at your destination or, just getting packed up, easy entry. Again, you see those brackets on the tongue right there next to that power tongue jack. Those are the saddles for the Anderson weight distribution kit that the folks decided, whoop, I think I locked myself, there we go. Folks decided to include with the trailer when they traded it in. So there's a nice chunk of money that, maybe a first timer, someone who hasn't had a travel trailer isn't going to spend. A little glitch thing, like I noticed the little clip here on the baggage door is popped. Nothing major. I can't find anything major with this. Again, I've been very clear and open about the fact that it has people who are sensitive to smoker smell and pet stuff. This is maybe not the right camper for you. Now, if it was like light smoker smell, I'd say we could maybe air some of it out. Sometimes you can get a little bit of that out. This one, it's pretty heavy in there. You're gonna know it's there. You could go through and scent bomb the trailer and you could clean it. You're pretty much always gonna know it's there. It will fade over time, but I think if you're sensitive to it again, you should just move on. And that's why I got it out of the way. That's why I talked about it. Now, normally my videos, I would have the slide out. You might notice that this trailer is physically parked in a different location from the first part of my tour. We had so much business going on that we needed to get it out of the main section of the driveway, so the tractor fella just didn't have the opportunity to open the slide. No special reason why it's still closed. There's nothing to worry about there. Outside utility shower right here. It is actually a nice here, easier way with it being parked next to this trailer. See those extra large windows here. One of the nice things about the taller ceiling in this is that you get taller windows also. And down here, I want to point out, I can't find anything I'm not happy about on the tires. Whenever I hear something's been park kept, I always get really concerned about weather checking. Sometimes people who park keep campers, it seems like their tires are rotted out because they just let them sit there and they never kind of get run through. That doesn't appear to be the case here. They must have kept the sun off of them, but that also explains why the decals are generally speaking in pretty good shape as well. Full walk-on roof on this. You've got a 200 or 225 pound rated rear cargo rack. Spare tires never seen the light of day under that cover. And the spare tire does not need to come off that rack to fold it down for use. You can see we got the bigger entry handle here. I believe that's a 15-foot power awning, operating from memory on these, but that sounds about right. And if you choose to, you can actually throw a little TV on the side of the camper over here for sort of a little tailgate kind of experience. Like I said, it's not perfect. I've certainly not given the impression that it is, but I also think it's far from dead. I think this could really make someone a nice buy, especially if you're not sensitive to, or if you're willing to take on the whole smoker scent of this thing. I mean, that dings the price tag. We've taken that into account when we pick stuff like that up. We know that, ah, crap, someone's not going to want to pay top dollar for something that smells like a, you know, a bowling alley in the 80s. Man, that gives me memories saying that out loud right there. I tell you what, I can still murder the gutter ball, ladies and gentlemen. I am nothing if not consistently there. Anyway, short of that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.